You don't even know what I'm offering you. You don't even know. You haven't even done one of these transactions, so you can't have an opinion of how risky it is. The seller owns the house, so you shouldn't be talking like you own the house. That's ridiculous. Later, but that's okay. At least she was nice. Yeah, no, she was nice. She was nice.
Leon Ross Brokers.
Hey, I'm trying to get a hold of Mitchell.
Speaking.
Hey, my name's Eric. I came across that new listing, the one on Buck Hill Road. That's in Indian Mountain Lakes, right?
That's correct.
Okay. Yeah, I've had something on Buck Hill years ago up there. I'm a buy and hold investor looking at keeping this as a rental, maybe a flip, depending on the numbers. I was just curious if there was anything wrong with it that I can't see in the pictures, just like anything crazy.
We don't know. We're it's rough as far as some of the rooms inside. They had their septic pumped a year ago, but they're not sure if the bed is saturated or not. So whoever buys it should certainly do a septic inspection.
Yeah, okay. And it's a septic, like a mound, not a cesspool?
No, it's an in-ground system.
Yeah, so I'd want to get that checked out. That'd be something. I was curious, what do you think this thing would, it's been a while since I've done anything up there. What do you think this thing would go for all fixed up? I was thinking like maybe low to mid twos.
Yeah, I mean, well, no, I think more than that. It's a 4-bedroom, 1 bath. Rental-wise, $1,800 to $2,000 a month for a year-round tenant, and for a flip. The problem is he's got to get a certain number because he owes the association and he's coming out of a Chapter 13 bankruptcy. So let's say it sold for $185 and you had to put, I don't think you'd have to put $125 into it. Then you're in the high twos, for a 4-bedroom.
Okay, alrighty. Just looking here. Have you guys had any offers on it yet, or no?
Well, it's been on the market 2 days. We had one offer, which was not acceptable.
I'm guessing that was a low ball, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty. I'm just looking. I'd like to give you like a ballpark on here. What do you think the lowest is that he would take? I know I'm probably quite a bit lower than that 180.
Yeah, the 180 is his bottom line.
180 is his bottom line? All right, let me see where I got to be. Does he have like a mortgage he's got to pay off? Or?
He has a mortgage he has to pay off. He owes $17,000 to the association here, and some legal fees.
What, I don't think it's going to work cash. What do you think this, or what do you think roughly the mortgage balance is at? Maybe I could do something creative and then buy it for full ask.
He has an attorney involved. I would certainly say, again, we have had one cash offer. We do have someone coming this cash offer, so we don't want to make it complicated. If you got the cash,
All right, so how much is the mortgage balance roughly?
It is roughly around 150.
150. Okay, and then he's got the 17. Yeah, so that makes sense. So is he trying to make money, or is he just trying to get out of this, cover you, and
just cover us, walk away with $1,000 or $2,000?
So this is how I could buy it. So the 17 in fees, I could take care of that. The loan, I would look to take over. I'd pay your full commission, pay all the closing costs, put $1,000 in his pocket, and that'd be it. It'd be a done deal.
Well, you're assuming they'll let you take the mortgage over, but I haven't had an assumption of a mortgage in quite a while here.
No, not an assumption, though. I'd be looking to take it over via subject to the debt.
Well, either way, you'd have to pay it off then, right?
No. So the debt stays in place, and I'm taking over the responsibility of that.
Yeah, no, that's not going to work.
Why?
Why? Because what happens if you default on your payments? This is in this day and age. This is a cheap deal. All right.
Well, look, your job is not to be rude, but your job's to present all offers. You're not the decision maker who says what deal's going to happen.
My job is to give my customer the best
Exactly.
offer, not a takeover of a mortgage.
Well, that's your. Do you know in all 50 states to get licensed, you're trained on how to facilitate this? It's not your job to have an opinion of what the seller should do or not do. You don't own the house. The seller owns the house, so you shouldn't be talking like you own the house. That's ridiculous.
Well, I've given you plenty of information, which I should really.
I'm trying to make an offer that's exactly what the seller wants, but you don't want to do it. Like it does. Like why? Why don't you want to present this?
Because there's too many loopholes in it. It's too dangerous for my seller.
You don't even know what I'm offering you. You don't even know. You haven't even done one of these transactions, so you can't have an opinion of how risky it is.
Don't tell me how it's a good offer for my seller.
Well, you're talking about the risk of, what happens if somebody stops paying? I set these deals up so it's impossible to default. So
How is that?
couple.
How is it possible to default? Do you put the balance in escrow where it can be drawn out each month?
Yes, that's exactly what we do. And then we use a servicing company to facilitate the payment. So worst case scenario, if I missed a payment, the loan doesn't go into default because the escrow funds prevented that from happening. Now the seller gets a house back that's probably worth $250 after I put $60 into renovations. So if I default, that's like a blessing for the seller, and that's the worst case scenario for me.
And who holds the escrow?
North Star. It's a servicing company.
Okay.
I'm telling you, this is all I do. I teach this to thousands. I set these up very, very different than everybody else. The seller's fully protected.
Well, if you want to email me the details, I would go. So
All right, what's a good email for you?
it's info.com.
All right, cool. Leon, I'm not trying to get frustrated with you, but, your job's to present the offers. And so to say, like, no, this ain't safe when you haven't done one of these, you got to admit, that's a little crazy.
Well, send it over to me. I'll gladly present it to him and get right back to you.
All right. I appreciate you being cordial. I'll shoot that over. Thanks, Leon.
Thank you.
I can't stand these guys. It's too early. It's freaking 9:30 in the morning. Oh, boy. Oh, geez. But, sometimes you got to spank these guys. It's a free house. That's a free house for me. Well, I loved how you called them down. I just called them out. I'm sick of the ego with these guys. The old dudes have been in real estate 20 years. They don't know nothing. How do you have an opinion on something? You haven't done one. Like, what are you talking about?